Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm here today with some exciting news. You guys may remember the Android Terraria clone project that I posted on my YouTube channel, this video here that you're seeing, about 6 months ago. Now, this game I've been developing for, well, I put about, I'd say like 60 hours, 60 to 80 hours into the game itself. There was a lot that went into the game. It started off as a basic physic engine that I wanted to create, and it kind of shaped itself into a Terraria clone. Um, Now, yeah, you guys might be, oh, another Terraria clone, all right. Well, for some people, this is a pretty cool project to be able to work with, and it's not the most difficult thing to develop, believe it or not. There is a lot of things you have to keep in mind. There's a lot of difficult features that you have to add into it, like the lighting, for example. The lighting was probably the most difficult system to put into it, and it's still not even completed. There's still some issues with it. Um, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm actually going to be releasing the code and making it open source. So over the past 4 months or so, I've been really busy with work, jobs, school, and other projects that have just kind of taken over my time, and I really haven't been able to put too much work into the game itself because of this. Now, the reason that I'm releasing the code is because instead of letting it sit on my computer and just kind of wait for me to get the time to work on it, I would rather let the community work with it and make their own changes as they would like to. So I'm kind of giving you a basis to work off of. The game is very far developed already, as you can tell from the video, and there are more things that need to be added into it, but if people come together and actually add their own contributions, put time into it, this can actually become a game and can be a released community game. Um, so development centered around the community. Now there are just a few things that I asked because I'm making this game open source and released for everybody. The licensing on it allows you to use it as you want. Excuse me. Allows you to use it as you want. All that it requires is that you give me credit for actually giving you the basis of the code to work with. Um, Now, because of this, what I would also like for you guys to do is if you do make your own edition, just kind of give back to us and post those editions. So I put the code onto GitHub, which is a pretty popular site that I'm sure you're more familiar with, and it lets people kind of work together on projects together. So if you do decide to work with the code and add your own additions, just kind of make a pull request and add your code back to us and kind of just give us what you're working on. If you added in a new utility, any contributions are greatly appreciated. If you just documented something, if you just added more documentation, like anything like that, is just very, very helpful to everybody. Now, the documentation, speaking of which, is not fully finished. There are things that I have to go through and document. The project itself is very large. It is very object oriented. For those of you that have not worked with a large project before, may be a little bit overwhelmed by this, but over the next week or so, I'm just going to be going through and documenting everything. So every little thing, trying to help you understand the flow of the game itself, the architecture of it, excuse me, and the and the individual pieces of it. So how things are working and coming together, how the different systems interact, the item system, the lighting system, the block system, the chunk system, world system, etc. There's a lot of different components that all come together and work together. So not everything is coded. There are some things, or documented, there are some things that are. Mostly you'll find these to be different algorithms. So for example, in the chunk manager, which kind of takes care of the world management of chunks. There are different things here. You'll see that I commented out. You'll typically see algorithms commented rather than, um, I mean, like basic mathematical uh, algorithms, stuff like that. You'll see the more in-depth ones that'll kind of give you an idea of what's going on. But some of them are kind of complicated, especially with the lighting. The lighting's definitely the most complicated system in the game so far, and it may take some time to get the hang of. I haven't documented it fully yet, which is kind of crappy of me. But that's the first thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go through it and help you guys understand what is going on because it's a recursive algorithm and it's kind of hard to trace through. So I may go really in depth and just kind of post pictures, kind of showcasing what's going on, different things like that. But this is the code. It's a very big project. Um, So yeah, for those of you that haven't worked with a big project before, it may be a bit overwhelming, but that's all right because we'll be here to help you. I'll be here to help you. If you guys have any questions, issues, anything like that, be sure to post them in the issues section of the GitHub repository. So like I said, any contributions are welcomed. There are a few specific criteria that I would like you guys to follow when contributing. And you'll find these here. This list may change, but there are a few things that I want to be followed. Simple things like just proper coding standards. Must follow object-oriented design standards, implement design patterns when able to, and just document all the code that you add. Um, so just kind of look through things like that. I've posted known issues that I know of, so you guys can take a look and kind of get a feel for it. Excuse me, I'm kind of sick. And yeah, so I've officially released this code and I'll be adding to it as time goes on. If you guys do decide that you want to work on something and you do feel that you are going to plan on completing it, be sure to let me know and I will add what you're working on to this section here, and I'll also post a link to whatever I can refer to you. So whether it's a YouTube channel or website or GitHub repository, something like that. So just let me know. But yeah, I appreciate you guys watching and taking your time to watch the video. And if you are interested in the code, I would love to see any contributions you can make. So thanks for watching, and I'd love to see you guys contribute.